Yes, best club in the land, people. Best club in the land. I love this club so much.
Are you ready?
And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
He's heavy, you know.
I want to fight.
You know who's the other guy that does the he goes and he says showtime.
It's showtime. You talking about the one in the UFC and that one there?
No. He's done the boxing, and he's got the blonde hair in it, and he does it. Goes,
there's the other guy. Yeah, I know he's my. Yeah.
He's got a Spanish name, in it. He's got like a Spanish name.
No, the guy. Let's get rid of Rumble. He used to do UFC back in the day, and he passed it on to his brother. His brother does the UFC one now.
Oh, see.
Yeah, man.
Let's get ready to rumble.
He's
a hype on the crowd, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought like let's do a late night with me and Uncle Rodz. I'm still off for work, so I thought like let's come on, speak about footy and speak about our rivals, innit? I don't think we'll do enough about our rivals. What's going to happen, obviously, in the coming season. A lot of links towards Ekitike as well, Unks. You know what I mean? Everybody's talking about like Liverpool are drawn to Ekitike to come to Liverpool. But I think we need more players. I think it's got to be a major signing this window, like an Isak or Alvarez or someone like that. Project players we've done. It just didn't work. You know what I mean? Obviously with Darwin Núñez and that. I think we've got to step away from that. I think we need a proven striker that can get us more goals, if you know what I mean, Unks. Yeah,
facts. What we're looking at, I think, big up. I think what we're looking at, you know what I mean, it's like proven goal scorers, you know what I mean? Let me just turn this down a bit, put this on vibrate.
Yeah, big up, man.
Don't get disturbed. Yeah, we need some proven goal scorers. People that can obviously put the sort of like ball at the back of the net. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I honestly think that we're gonna do so. I honestly think that nothing's gonna sort of like.
Of course, we're gonna streamline for you guys, especially. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a lot of stuff happening outside, obviously, this area, which is Liverpool Football Club. But I thought let's bring back the football talk and talk to you guys. You know what I mean? So get on the chat and say whatever you want, guys. Whatever you want, it's free on this channel, and me and Uncle Rodz will respond to it. But carry on, Uncle Rodz. Sorry about that, mate.
So I don't think they're going to leave us short this season. I mean, because I think one of the things that they want to do, if they can't win anything else, they would want to retain that title. You know what I mean? You know, because that'll sort of push us to sort of like 21. And also it will show how serious we are. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, as a football club. Do you understand? Big up as a football club. So yeah, they're gonna want to retain that title, but you have to bring the bodies in.
Yeah. Because you know, like I don't want to like bring it down onto it, like because there's a lot of our fan base saying because of what's happened recently, it's gonna be tough for us to challenge for the title this season. What do you think about that, Unks?
I think at the day, you know, obviously at the end of the day, we all agreed that, you know, that Jota and his brothers passed away. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. But I think that's going to spur us on. The spirit of Jota. Yeah. Spirit of Jota is going to spur us on. You know what I mean? Because Jota still lives with us. He still lives with us. Do you know what I mean? You know? And that spirit is going to spur us on to do big things. You know what I mean? Again, you know, obviously you're sad that he's passed away in such circumstances. But I still feel I'm of the belief that his spirit lives on. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's going to spur us to get over the line. You know what I mean? Let's not be thinking like that. Like, you know, obviously, you know, the parts on the Jota that, you know, that the club is gonna fail. Do you know what I mean? No, I don't subscribe to that. I still think
because you know this club suffered enough down the years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One thing we're good at is we move. You know, like you know, towards things, knowing we've got things to strive for because of, you know, the likes of Jota and people like that, and the 97. You know what I mean? And you know, like it helps us go forward more, if you know what I mean. And
yeah, facts.
it's never about forgetting people. It's nothing to do with that. It's the way we react to things, and it's, you know what I mean. And us going the other way, like, you know, going down about it. It's not the way in life, guys. It's the way you move forward and strive towards the destination that you need to get to. And you know, like Uncle Ross said, Jota is going to spear us on to help these guys on the pitch next season to get us to where we want to get to. And don't ever like go on the other side. Just make sure like we've got places to go, because that's what it's all about. I don't want to be saying we didn't win because of this. We want to win because we want to do it for people. We want to do it for the 97. We want to do it for Bill Shackler. We want to do it for Bob Paisley. We want to do it for, you know, Diogo Jota. We're gonna do it for everybody. That's the whole point. I mean, this is what we should be aiming towards, not like sitting back and blaming this and blaming that. No. It's not the way. Jota wants us to win. That's the way we've got to do it, and we've got to make sure the world sees what Liverpool Football Club is all about, in my opinion.
No, yeah, in fact, I mean, you know, I think in order to do that, we have to get the bodies in. We're gonna have to get the bodies in that we need to get. Do you know what I mean? And then fight. Just fight all the way to the end. Fight. Do you know what I mean?
Like Unks, in your opinion, like how many players are Liverpool off of being a complete team?
I like that picture. I like that, you know. A picture of me and you. That's all right, actually. Sorry, sidetrack. You know what I mean?
That's all right.
No, how many players are we sort of like? Well, it depends.
Let me bring the graphic up for you.
I would say sort of like probably about 2.
In what positions?
DM, striker.
You still think we need a DM now, even though the way Gravenberch has come through the team, obviously, last season, because he's not gonna. If we buy a regular DM, he's not going to be consistently in the team. But then again, you could talk about the amount of football that's going to be played anyway. I mean, so we still got more.
You buy a DM, a real good DM, yeah. All of a sudden you got options.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you got options. You don't have to play sort of like Ryan Gravenberch game in, game out. Do you know what I mean? You can give him a rest and that. Or you can even play Gravenberch in a different position because he is a box-to-box footballer.
Oh, yeah.
He's box-to-box. You know what I mean? So you can play him in different positions. You can play him alongside Verts as 2 10s. When you buy like another player, like in midfield, you know what I mean? The kind of variables all of a sudden start getting big.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's I still feel that Gravenberch still gets game time. And as you said, there's a lot of games for us to play next season. If we want to sort of like win as much as we can win, yes, you have to sort of like have a big squad, but not only have a big squad, you have to have a flexible squad.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, so we've been after a DM as long as we've been after a striker. To be fair, you know what I mean. So DM and a striker, I think we're good as well because I don't see Luis Diaz going. I think he stays.
Yeah, I think he stays. Yeah, 100%.
He stays. I think obviously Gappo staying. Do you know what I mean? You know, so you're pretty much sorted on that side. And if worse comes to the worst, you can sort of say, look, we can put Luis Diaz on the right. You know what I mean? So obviously, you know, Salah doesn't play a lot of games. Do you know what I mean? Or there is that situation, right, where we keep Harvey Elliott. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, in case of so like in a way that Salah doesn't play a lot of games. Do you know what I mean? There's still a good portion of games in which to sort of like offer Harvey Elliott. Do you know what I mean? So there's variables when you bring in like 1 or 2 players, because we brought in 3 already anyway. But when you bring in like 1 or 2 more in certain positions that you should have filled anyway. Filling. Then all of a sudden today, what you can do with your squad becomes endless, especially with a formation and like where you put people and so forth. Do you know what I mean? Because like, listen, we're in a unique position today that we don't have to sell. We can buy, and we don't have to sell. We don't have to sell Darwin Núñez, but it's time to go. Do you know what I mean? You know,
it is time to go, mate. He's had his time. It's time, you know, to new adventure for him, and we move the other way, and you know we get enough money for him to to get another striker in, if you know what I mean. Because you know there's no time to muck about. I mean, it's time to move few players on. This is the squad I've got right now for you guys that's still here, if you know what I mean. This is the squad. Obviously, we bought this season, this summer, this transfer window, and the players that's still obviously in the team that myself and Uncle Rodz thinks they're going to stay. Obviously, Knate, obviously, and Diaz. Those are the ones people are unsure about, but I think they're gonna stay, obviously, for the next season as well. On the right side, knowing like Trent is no longer there, because I was in a stream with Judge Mo and the Arsenal fan, Man City fan, and Chelsea fans. We was discussing Liverpool. They said like with Trent gone, a big creativity of the right hand side is gone. You know what I mean? And I was thinking to myself, I let them talk. I don't really intervene when they talk, because they talk like they know more of us, like they know like more than us. Then I was thinking to myself, I don't remember Trent really being involved much in last season creativity wise, because the rest of the team made up for that, especially Mo Salah, the way he played. That's why he was the Football Writers Player of the Year, Player of the Season, and etc. You know what I mean? So in your eyes, I might be wrong, did Trent do enough last season for him to be more creative for the team, or am I seeing it wrong?
No, you're not seeing it wrong. He didn't really have obviously an explosive season last season. I mean, I could probably count on one hand which games that I was impressed with this guy. Do you know what I mean? So no, it's I just think at the day people are gonna see it like the way they want to see it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think at the day he had a good season last season. So, and listen, we got a player in Frimpong, right, which knows how to defend as such, because he's got good recovery. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna bomb up the wing, be all creative on that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And plus, he's got a player in the squad that he was playing with at Leverkusen, so that's an advantage. You know what I mean? So he's going to do all the creative stuff. But what you're going to get extra is the fact that he's got good recovery. He's got good recovery.
It reminds me a bit of Kyle Walker. If you guys know, obviously, what Kyle Walker used to do for City, and they are missing right now. Because to me, when I look at City right now, their defense has been exposed. You know what I mean? Since Kyle Walker hasn't been there, recovering for their runs and all that stuff. You know what I mean? When you're missing things like that, you get exposed as a football club, and that's what's happened to Man City. So if you look at Frimpong, like although like a lot of people are saying he's not the best defender, you don't look into things like that. You got to look at like Uncle Ross said, the recovery pace. Kyle Walker wasn't always the best defender when I used to watch him at Tottenham.
His recovery was good.
But his recovery was excellent. That's why, when you put pressure on players running behind them or running alongside them, they panic. So when the panic mode sets in, you lose the ball. And this is why you need that pace that can help you with things like that. And that's what Kyle Walker used to bring to Man City. And that's what Frimpong is going to bring to Liverpool. Although he's not going to create like Trent, like the long balls and the through balls and, you know, the intelligence of the gameplay, he will bring you more things coming from the right-hand side, which means Salah is going to have a lot of space going inside, and it will take pressure off him, you know, going the outside. Because the issue that we had last season is because Trent wasn't doing overlapping a lot. Trent was more, you know, inverted and, you know, coming inside rather than outside, which made Salah get doubled up on majority of the time. And I don't see that happening with Salah next season, if you know what I mean. And this is why me and Uncle Rodz, I say we need a striker that can help Salah, so he could take the pressure off Salah. The concentration levels of the defense ain't going to be mostly focused on Salah at the same time as well. So it's going to be shared all around the front line, if you know what I mean. And you got obviously the likes of Verts and, you know, Soboslai, McAllister, all these guys right behind the strikers are gonna, you know, create more problems. And that's what I'm looking forward to. You know, like providing more creativity, more problems to other teams gives you the freedom, if you know what I mean, Uncle.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, people don't realise how much an important player that Kyle Walker was for Man City. Do you know what I mean? They don't realise that. Do you know what I mean? But they started to realise it when he left and went to AC Milan. And apparently now he's going to be going to Burnley now.
Crazy.
I mean, apparently Burnley's going to buy him. But, you know, when you've got that guy in the day that sort of like that can recover quick, do you know what I mean? He's got the pace to recover quick. You know what I mean? Half of your sort of like problems are done there because, you know what I mean? People like Kanate, Graham Birch, you know what I mean? He said if he plays a 4-3-3, because that's what I'm saying, you know, we're getting the players that you need in the squad, you can change it up. You've got the ability to do that. But so, yes, saying that he plays a 4-3-3, and he doesn't have to sort of like expect sort of like, you know, Graham Birch or Sabozza to cover for him. He doesn't expect that because none of the day when he gets on top, he's going to bomb back. Do you remember that? Do you remember that time when we played Man City? I think it was in a charity shield or something like that. We played in a charity shield, and they got caught out of position, innit? They got caught out of position, and we threw and goal, and we, you know, basically hit the ball towards the. I think we chipped the goalkeeper. And then Kyle Walker came from nowhere. Do you know what I mean? And just kicked off the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you've got the ability to do that, the ability and pace to do that, half your problems are solved. Do you know what I mean? One thing about sort of like Trent in the day that you couldn't say about Trent was the fact that in the day that he never held his position, and he never got back often enough to sort of like stop an attack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just halfway up the field. And that Man United game when we played them at Anfield, it was at Anfield, but at Anfield, that game there, and I think that was a prime example. Two of the goals at the day, right, of what Man United scored was on his side.
Yeah.
It was on Trent's side, and Trent's all the way up bloody upfield, and he's like, he was literally looking back like that and watching sort of like that Martinez and Day, right, score. Not good enough.
100%, and this is what I've always said it as well. Like you know, Arsenal fans were talking about Madueke. Is that how you say his name? The
Madueke, Noddy Madueke.
Yeah, the Chelsea player.
Noddy.
Yeah, they were speaking about him, and they were saying, what do you call it? They were criticizing him, the transfer and all that stuff. Why are we like paying 50 million, etc.? But it's the current market. The current market is like that. And not only that, you know, he ain't a bad, you know, substitute or whatever you call it, a squad player to have around in regards to what Arsenal have right now. That's what I said. And you can't really judge players when they play for other teams because they play in a different style, probably suitable to them if they come to Liverpool Football Club. That's why I said about Frimpong as well. It's similar to that. He might not be the best things you've seen in defensively, like for Leverkusen, but he could be better at Liverpool under a different environment. You know what I mean? Because you got to up your game when you're at Liverpool Football Club. You can't be slacking. You know what I mean? And things like that. Trent got away with it because it's, you know, it's Trent. He's a local lad. You know, everybody loved him. Everybody thought like he's going to stay here forever, and he never did. So that's how it is. But with this one, it's a different story because he has to impress. He's got no, you know. He's in a place right now where winning is the only option, and he needs to find a way to do his defensive side better. but I can see him improving, especially with the coaching staff that we have as well, like Van Bronckhorst coming in, you know, the coaches from last season as well right there. So you can't have a better environment if you're a Dutch player. Let me just put it that way, Uncle Rodz.
No, you can't. You can't. I mean, the thing is about it, like he showed what he's all about at Leverkusen. Do you know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why we bought him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's like he's all about the work, and I think, you know, you got the additions in defense of like Mark Gay,
Yeah,
you got Kirkes, Robertson, what's the man's name? Kanate, Virgil. I mean, that's just a sturdy defense there. You've got like Bradley and Frimpong on the same, on the right side. You know what I mean?
I think it's like, you know, at Leverkusen, I don't think Frimpong had that competition for places. Now he's got competition for places. He's got
Oh yeah, no, he never had it. Yeah,
he's got the likes of Bradley. He's got the likes of Gomez still at the club. I don't know if Gomez is going to be leaving soon as well. But let me read the comments as we go along. We'll continue with that conversation anyway.
Yeah.
Do you see Nunes stayed, Uncle Rodz? From our hill,
it's a possibility, but say it's sort of like I'll say he's got. There's probably about a 40% chance he stays.
Okay. You wouldn't mind if he stays, would you? You just tell him to get on with the business and try to do your best.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, right, it's like this.
Big up Footy Reacts, by the way. Big up N90. Big up Hill. Big up to Sphere as well, guys, man. Thanks for coming on, guys. I know it's a spontaneous thing, but, you know, we've got to talk about football. That's why me and Uncle Rodz are here. We're always going to be here for you guys, no matter what. Carry on, Cross. Sorry about that, mate.
No, sorry, mate. It's a hard one, isn't it, Foz? Because we've given him. It's not as if we ain't giving him chances. You know what I mean? Again, at the end of the day, it might change the fact that sort of like we brought in Verts. That might change. You know what I mean? Look, obviously the way that Darwin Nunes plays, he might get better. Right. My argument, my thing would be, if he stays, right, we'd have to bring in a bad man winger. You know what I mean? We have to really bring in a really good winger.
Yeah.
And I will go for Eze.
Everybody loves this guy, you know. Everybody talks about Eze, you know.
Oh, he's good.
I think he would. I like him. I like what I see, but I don't watch him enough to judge him. You know what I mean? So I like there's a difference. I like what I see, but I don't watch him enough. So I need to see more of him.
You should do
it. So, but majority of you guys are saying, even in Footy Judge Mo's channel, they were saying like Madueke versus Eze. Madueke can be a squad player, and Eze has to be a starter, no matter what team he's in. So, so he must be that good for all of you guys to share the same story about him as well. 100%. Let me get to the comments. I feel like the players will now be hungry and motivated to win the title for John. 100%, bro. We have to. It's not just the players, my friend Hill. It's all of us as people. You know what I mean? For Liverpool Football Club, it's not always about the players on their own. It's about the whole club, everybody, you know, coming together. That's how I grew up on this football club. You know what I mean? And that's how I see us. You know what I mean? What do we like? The players can play their part in regards to trying to win games and all that stuff. But how do we, as a fan base, you know, push them? If you know what I mean, off the pitch. How do we push them as a fan base? That's the question. Do we outshout the opponents as we always do in the away games? Do we outshout them in, you know, at Anfield, sing songs, you know, intimidate the opponents to help them out and things like that? That's our role as a fan base, and this is what I want us to do next season. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's everybody as a whole. It's not just the players. Think about it that way, guys. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys. Uncle Rodz will be right back. Don't worry about that, guys. He'll be right back. He's not going anywhere. Don't worry about that. Get the comments through, man. I'll be here for a bit. And Uncle Rodz, of course, as well. Tasfir says, the players could mentally gone. Mentally gone, if you mean like because of what's happened, obviously, to Jota. But you know, the thing is, my friend, I don't want to say things that's, you know, taken out of context or anything like that. I don't want to say bad things or anything like that. The players should be motivated now. You know what I mean? The players should be fully headstrong and think about what they could do for the for that family as well as Jota, of course. This is how I see it. If we like go with the attitude of failing, it's not representing anybody in a good way. So we got to go with the attitude of we're headstrong. This is where the leadership of the team. You guys keep telling me about Robertson and players like that, about the leadership, how strong it is at Liverpool Football Club. This is the time we need them the most, and this is the time they got to get the players up for the season. And this is the time, as I said earlier, all of us have to galvanize and help the players out at the same time as well. I mean, I'm not the only one. It's going to be, you know, millions of us around the world going to have to, you know, pull our weight for the football club as well. So let's do that. Let's do that together, my friend. Let's make sure the players are, you know, in a place where they're going to be comfortable, where they're going to be supported, where they're going to be pushed. You know what I mean? And if you look at last season, it was the most joyful thing we've ever seen in years. I mean, I'm 46 years old. The last league title that I've seen was celebration. I couldn't go to it, but, you know, on TV was, you know, in the 90s. So it took that long to see something that we saw last season. We've celebrated in the Spurs game. We celebrated in the Crystal Palace game. We celebrated throughout, you know, throughout the month, if you remember. And then we had the big parade. We all had to represent ourselves as a fan base to go down there and support the lads. 1.5 million turned up for that. You know what I mean? So it shows what we can do as a fan base and as a football club as well. This is what I'm saying, guys. We got to like think about it that way. Don't ever think about negative stuff. Think about positive stuff at the same time as well. You know what I mean? Jota is no longer with us, but he lives with us forever. You know what I mean? We're always gonna sing his name. We're always gonna be, you know, gonna be there for you know, his family as a football fans and all that stuff. So that's our role. That's our role as a fan base. So let's just make sure the players know that. And there's no one like us in the world of football, man. There's no one like us in the world of football. I've always said that. So stop thinking negative. Think about positive stuff. That's what I say, guys. N90 says, obviously, centre back, DM striker, and was it in wide? Okay. Sorry, right wing. So you're looking for a centre back, a DM striker, and a right winger to help out Salah, obviously, or Salah's future replacement. I like that. And I like the centre back position as well, because I've been saying for a while, it's time to get Van Dijk and Salah's replacements, you know, sooner rather than later, because I don't know if they're going to stay, you know, over the 2 years contract they've got. So it's better getting their replacement ready as soon as possible, in my opinion. You're not going to get the similar players to them, but it's something closer. I've always said that. Something closer to Van Dijk, something closer to Salah. No, there's no winger going to be out there scoring over 20 goals a season. You know what I mean? Like a striker's rate. It's impossible. I mean, there could be someone, but it's impossible to find players like that. But what do you think about that, Unks? Like getting Van Dijk's and Salah's replacement ready as soon as possible?
Yes, it makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Because like Van Dijk and Salah, they've only got like 2 years left in their contract, and that you're pretty surprised how fast 2 years goes. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised. You know what I mean? So like, I think next summer you should be looking to get like obviously the Salah and Van Dijk's replacement. Now, one could say in the day sort of like they're looking at Hato.
Yeah.
From Ajax. One could say that could be sort of like a future long-term replacement for sort of like for Van Dijk. You know what I mean? You know, you're never gonna get as good as Van Dijk, are you? You're never gonna get as good as a world-class player that, you know, that either leaves a club, shoot for another club, or, you know, basically comes in the contract. You know, but whatever circumstances, you're never gonna get that person. But what he can do, can get close to that sort of like that player that goes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Hatter is probably going to be the closer he's gonna get. Do you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah. You know, like Van Dijk's like a one of a kind, isn't he? Like,
yeah, he is.
One in a, you could say in 1,000 or something like that, in 100 or something like that. If you want to go lower than that. I've told Uncle Rodz, like I've seen a lot of defenders at Liverpool. I haven't seen anyone close to Alan Hansen since this guy as well. So
no, you won't.
30 years is a long time, you know, long time, guys. You know, I mean, that's the distance. So what I like about our, you know, recruitment team, Unks, I don't know if you agree with me, is like they always find a suitable replacement for the player that's, you know, aging or leaving. I don't know how to do it, but they do it somehow. But carry on, Unks.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, listen, you're never gonna find that person that is good as or proving better. But what you do find, you find a close second. You always find a close second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, Hato is that kind of guy in the day that he's got age on his side and he's got ability on his side. I think that some players, when you look at some players, I think they break the mold when these players come around. They break the mold. You can never, like, look at that guy. What's it? Edgar Davids. Remember him?
Oh, what a player!
He's a complete midfielder. He was all what you need, and you know he's partially blind as well.
Yeah, that's why he wears a glass.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know, he was a complete midfielder. Do you know what I mean? Then you got people like Bergkamp. You know what I mean? Complete centre forward. Do you know what I mean? He was a centre forward that you want anybody. He can walk into any team in the world.
He was a centre forward that turned into a number 10 eventually. That's
he just quality. You know what I mean? All players like that, like Alexander Nesta. You know what I mean? Franco Baresi. They break them when these players come around. They break the mold. You're not going to get players like that again. But what you can try and do is try and get a close second to that player. Do you know what I mean? Get as close as you can. And I think, you know, something like Hato, you know what I mean, will be sort of like a good replacement for you know, Virgil van Dijk in the long term. It's just finding a right winger. Do you know what I mean? That's sort of like it's the closest to Salah.
That's one thing about our recruitment team, innit, Unks? Like they're very good at, you know, finding a suitable replacement, especially when these guys come back. You know, since they come back, look at what they've done. Look at what they've done, guys. You know what I mean? It's no joke. You know what I mean? And they know, you know, like in life, in football teams, it's better having a structure than having nothing. So if you look at us structurally wise, we know what positions. Everybody, if you look at the comments, is similar positions they're saying we need to get players for. Right or not, Uncle Ross? That's what they say.
Yeah.
Back, DM, striker, right winger, something like that. It's always the same kind of formation we always talk about compared to other clubs. You look at Chelsea, they just buy for the sake of buying. Look at Man United, they buy for the sake of buying. You look at Arsenal now, they bought Zubimendi and they're trying to buy Gyökeres and, you know, all these guys. Are they suitable to their actual structure? I don't know. We don't know, but we know what we need. That's the better team, in my opinion, out of everybody else. So I'd rather have something like that than not know it. Again, get into the unknown world of football. You know what I mean, Uncle?
Yeah, true. That's very true. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, we might have Mark Gay come in. That's another good solid defender. Do you understand what I'm saying?
He's coming in. I personally think he's coming in, man. I think he's coming in.
Yeah.
You don't get rid of a centre back if no one is coming in. That's just a stupid move. That's dumb. Really.
So I think at the end of the day, you know, excuse me, I think at the end of the day, sort of like, you know, look at him, great defender. Do you know what I mean? Really good defender. So like when you look at sort of like the structure of a team, we're building a structure of a team that's going to be able to challenge on all four fronts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, it's good to have structure. It's good to know what you want and get it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's one thing knowing what you want, but do we often get what we want?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you know.
Well, the levels in recruitment has moved up, hasn't it, Unks? It's moved up, hasn't it? If you look at it, the players we're recruiting now. We're going for players that we all of our fan base asks for. We asked for Frimpong, we got him. We asked for Wirtz, we got him. We asked for Gyökeres, we got him. So when did you ever see that at Liverpool Football Club? We just asked for players and they turn up just like that.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that for a while. Now it's finally happening, and if we're not getting any weaker, that's why I keep telling when I'm in the other streams with other people, Liverpool's not getting any weaker. We was 10 points. We was 10 points better than the second place last season. Could have been more if we didn't take the foot off the gas. You know what I mean? That's how good we was. So next season, we've added quality on top of quality. We lost one great player, of course. And I think we could, take it to the next level, Champions League, final kind of level next season as well as but all this stuff we're saying, like in regards to, like, what's happening around the football club, we're gonna give up. No, we're not gonna give up. No. No. As long as I'm breathing, Uncle Rodz is breathing, and all the Liverpool fans are breathing, we're not giving up. We're gonna go again and make the likes of Jota and everyone around the football club proud. We have to make them proud next season. I'm not here to settle for second best, third best, no matter what. This should be as a football club a motivation for us to do it. You know what I mean? And we won't stop. That's how I see it, Unks.
Where do you see, like, that guy, that youngster trainer only?
Yeah,
he just signed recently signed a long-term contract with the club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right? What do you see his position being?
He's more of a. I think what I like about this boy is he's 17. I think he's just
17.
18. I think he's just done 18. So he's got a long future. You know what's good for him? Shall I tell you what's good for him? Chat and Uncle Rodz. Verts is there. Soboslai is there. Similar players to his position, which is a number 10. So Verts is going to be a regular number 10. That's what he's been promised from Arne Slot. So like, we already know Verts has been the best player for 2 seasons in Germany. So he's going to learn under him. You know what I mean? So like when you got a person's already in a higher level, and then you got a youngster learning from that person. This is how we're going to see these two. You know what I mean? In next season, and I'm looking forward to it because he's a number 10. Obviously, he could play out wide.
Is he a 10?
Yeah, he's number 10. He's very intelligent, very good on the ball. Can pass the right balls, can score goals, can take shots, and he could play on the left as well at the same time, bro. He could do that. Bro.
Yeah, I would like to see him get get some game time in the first team.
He will.
I think he could be good. Do you know what I mean? There was this comment here. Maybe if Slot trusts Stefan Bajcetic, we don't need to buy another DM. I don't agree with that. I still, because Bajcetic at the end of the day, he's gonna be like a.
Alex, what's wrong with your mic? Like, it's always cutting out. It's like
what?
Anton's one. Yeah, the mic is like Anton's one at the moment. You know what Anton goes through.
No, I'm using the mic. I think how's that? Is that better?
No, it keeps cutting out. Like what Anton. Little bits that come out with Anton when he's speaking. Similar things happening to you.
I think it's because it might be because I'm using the laptop mic because I'm connecting my thing up. Do you know what I mean? Right. So I don't think sort of like Stefan Bajcetic can be number 1 on the list. You know what I mean? Squad list. Do you know what I mean? So what I want when I say I want the DM, I want a starter. I want them to go and buy a starter because Stefan Bajcetic is going to be round the cupboard and they sort of like he's going to be second or third choice.
It's just he just has an operation as well, so it's going to take him a while.
You can't throw him, but so I want them to go out and buy sort of like literally a starter. You know what I mean?
100%.
Something like Edison for Atalanta. You go out and buy him. You know what I mean? And then
Valera at Porto.
Yeah, and then Atalanta in it. And then what is it?
Valera at Porto. I said.
Yeah. You're right. One of them two. Yeah. And then what Stefan Bajcetic and they right can learn off them. You know what I mean? Get the experience of them. I do think that's sort of like Varela. I think Porto's going to want to charge us a lot of money for him. I reckon.
I don't know. You have to test the waters to see in it. Really, let's be honest. Yeah. As for my end of Bajcetic, I don't know if he's a long-term plan for Arne Slot, because if he was a long-term plan, he would have played him last season. I think it's 2 seasons in a row now. We learned him out, guys. You know what I mean? And still trying to find out what type of player, he is in the long term for Liverpool Football Club. He shined in that season he came on, but that season we was terrible anyway. I mean, somebody has to shine in that season. I want to see him in a better team and in the future and see how good he is, of course. Yeah, we'll have to just wait and see. I think we're putting too much on him at the moment, which we shouldn't. We are 4 short centre-back, DM 2 strikers. Of course, Tess, sir, you're right. I agree with you. Liverpool will be selling a lot, yes, to get money back in 100%. Big up, Mr. Footy Reacts. Big up, brother. Of course. How can we even talk transfers? What do you mean, like now, like in regards to Liverpool Football Club? What? Okay, we can. Who said we can't? I don't understand.
You need to, I think Footy gonna need to make it a bit more clearer.
Yeah, mate. I don't understand.
We
I
know
don't want to say a wrong thing. If I mean, went to play Flowers yesterday. Cried my eyes out when I saw it all. Yeah, it's tough, brother. It's very, very tough for all of us, my friend. For all of us. Besides will be sold if an offer comes in. He is not someone to build on for a title run. Yeah, I think they're just basing it on that season, LFC, that he played well. But I think we're all forgetting how bad we was that season. We was terrible, bro. Absolutely. I remember that Wolverhampton away game, like when they just demolished us, man. Hope we put in a bid for is this Noah? Yeah, they want to get rid of him. I didn't know that. I
don't think we're putting a bid. I think Ethan Nwaneri, I think he's Arsenal through and through. I think.
Yeah, because I think they're going for the Chelsea player. Everybody's thinking he's going to be leaving or something like that.
What is that Chelsea player? That guy Chelsea guy Noddy. What is his position? He's a centre forward or winger.
Who?
Noddy. Manweke.
Oh, the one who plays for Chelsea, man.
Yeah. What position?
He's a winger. He's a winger that can play right across the front. Basically, he could play as a withdrawn striker. He could play on the right. He could play on the left. He's left-footed, basically. I mean, he's more of a supporting player. If you want to like a support to Salah, maybe someone like him. You know what I mean? If he's not going to be the long-term replacement, you get someone like him. That's what I mean, Uncle Rodz.
Okay.
So this is what Footy Reacts means. What I mean was, how can we talk transfers right now? It's hard to think what we want when Jota has just passed away.
There's no listen. What it is there's never going to be a right time.
Never going to be a right time.
Never going to be a right time. So you might as well talk about it now. Sort of like because I know, for fact, that sort of like Jota wants the best for Liverpool Football Club. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And his spirit still lives. His spirit still lives on in Liverpool, gone but not forgotten. So like, you have to start moving forward. Do you know what I mean? Moving forward and say, right, what does Liverpool Football Club? What do we need to go forward and so forth? You know what I mean? I understand what you're saying, but then
when is the right time for anything? Everybody reacts differently. We're not all the same.
Yeah,
we're not all the same, my friend. You know what I mean?
There's never gonna be that right time. That's just the way it is.
Yeah,
the right time for it. So you just got to do what you can.
It's never the right time, my friend. You know what I mean, like.
I hear you though.
Well, yeah, 100%. We're 100%. We hear where you're coming from, bro. Well, remember, everybody's different, my friend. We're not all the same. So that's how it is. I'll go through the life of I want to celebrate people. I mean, I've seen tragedies in Liverpool Football Club many times, so I want to put that thought into you guys, like We can do things together. We can, motivate each other to support the likes of, Jota's, memory and things like that. That's how I see it from my end. You know what I mean? Seeing things in the past that happened to our football club. We can't put our heads down and just give up. We're going to keep going. We're going to have to pull together. We're going to have to pull those players. We're going to have to pull the football club. Everybody has to, strive towards the same thing and make those, make the likes of Jota and his family proud of us. I want them to come back to the football club and see us play, and we're all cheering for them and things like that. That's what our football club is all about. You know what I mean? I supported them all my life. You know what I mean? I'm not a guy who just come yesterday. You know what I mean? So, this is how we are. You know what I mean? And it's not always, just giving up. We've got to go again, guys. We've got to go again. We've got to go again, and we've got to pull together. We've got to help each other. We've got to help, everything around the football club at the same time as well. So don't give up anything, bro. We're with you, Footy Reacts. We see your reaction. We're with you, bro. We're supportive of your obviously the way you think about it as well. Anyone fancy Lukeba? I like him, but I think he's injury prone, bro. He's very injury prone. That's the problem with him. He's a left-footed centre-back that plays for Leipzig. I suppose that's the one you're talking about. If you look at his injury record, he's very left-footed centre-backs are a thing of the past for me, my friend. And if you're talking about like him replacing Van Dijk, look at Van Dijk's injury record since he's at Liverpool. Very, very minimal. I mean, one happened because of some maniac goalkeeper that plays for Everton and destroyed his, the whole season. But after that, you look at his first season, and after that injury, consistency, always available. I mean, and that's what we need in our centre-back position. Not players that come in and out, and then the season goes by, and goodbye to the league titles and all that stuff. We need consistency in that centre-back position. Lukeba is good, but I don't think he's the one, the long-term replacement for Van Dijk. What's going on there? I think we get Isak now. We have to wait and see, bro. We have to wait and see.
I've got a good feeling about that. I'll say that.
You bet he's right, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I've got a good feeling about this Isak. Something tells me it's going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, we'll move forward with it. Yeah, right. Listen, there's a lot of things around that transfer, you know what I mean, for Liverpool, obviously, to get him as well. Some people may not want to watch transfer news. Some people do, but that's totally understandable. People can join when they feel good and tune in for the transfer news. There you go. I hear you, bro. We're all different, man. We're not always going to be, the same reaction to things as well. You know what I mean?
Especially after the LSC fan said, seems Nunes is stuck here.
He's stuck for life. For life. He's stuck for life, man. For life, as NWO used to say back in the day. For life, man. Goodness
Stuck
gracious.
for life, baby.
He ain't leaving, man. He ain't leaving. Angs, what I want to ask you as well at the chat, like, what do we do about next season, bro? Like, who's our rivals? Who's going to challenge us for the title, man? I'll put that in the poll. Let me check who's winning so far. 22 votes. 73% said Man City, 18% said Arsenal, Chelsea 5%, and others 5%. Who's our rival?
You would expect it to be Man City, wouldn't you? You wouldn't expect it to be them. You know what I mean? They've made a couple of signings and that, and they didn't like the way that obviously that we won the league last season. We just went clear of them.
Yeah.
They're gonna look to sort of like try and sort of like get that sort of revenge. You know what I mean? So you have to probably think Man City is gonna be our challengers. Arsenal, it's just the same old thing with Arsenal, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Same old thing with Arsenal.
What do you think of the signings? Obviously, they signed Zubamendi and they're trying to sign Gyökeres, of course, a striker. So, do you actually think these two can make the difference? Because I said they needed a striker last season, not this season, to make them better. I mean, now everybody else around them is going to improve. You know what I mean? So it's too late to get that type of player. And don't forget, they lost a few players. Obviously, Thomas Partey, we already know what the reasons are. He's got some issues off the pitch, of course, and he's left. What's his name? Jorginho's left, of course. And I think there's some more. I think Tierney left. There's a few more players leaving at Arsenal.
Yeah, Tierney Oh,
do you think they'll be well equipped next season? Because the issue that they have last season is obviously a lot of injuries, and the depth of the squad. You know what I mean? They didn't have an adequate replacement for those guys. When Saka went off, they didn't really have anyone to replace him, did they? And then you look at the other side on the left, when Martinelli went off, they had obviously Trossard there, but was Trossard doing the business? Nah, not really. So, so is there going to be, like I said earlier, we're only going to improve as a football club. I mean, we saw last season how good we was. Next season, we're going to get even more powerful. Is there anything in your eye, like in your knowledge around football, that can make, someone challenge us for the title? If we're in, obviously, back to normality, that's what I mean.
As I said, the only team that the day I could see challenge us is Man City. I just think they're the only one team probably equipped to do that. I mean, the fact that sort of like, Arsenal got Zubimendi. I mean, from what I saw of Zubimendi's last season in the Europa Cup and that, he looked pants. You know what I mean? And this is a player that you buy. You know what I mean? Then they got that, and then after Gyökeres, do you know what I mean? I literally do not fear Arsenal.
Me too.
I literally don't fear them. Do you know what I mean? Because if we get like people like Mark Gay in our team, right? If we get him in our team, I pick one player, we get Mark Gay in our team, right? You got Mark Gay alongside Canati in there, right? Nothing's getting through that. I'm sorry. Nothing ain't getting through that, bro. Especially and make it worse at night if we played like 3 at the back.
Yeah, 100%.
And you had like Van Dijk. They probably put Van Dijk in the middle. Yeah, you have like
we've got so many formations to play next season.
Mark Gay, Van Dijk, Canate. Then you got Frimpong on the left. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or you can start with Bradley on the right. Sorry, you can start with Bradley on the right. Then you got like Kirkus on the left. Do you know what I mean? Then you got me midfield, and then if we get sort of like Isaac, it's curtains for certain teams, man, and that's Arsenal included. They're getting wiped out.
You know what I was thinking about Arsenal, guys? Yeah, imagine like 3 seasons in a row, like you're losing the league title. You know what I mean? The 3 seasons, but the thing is, the 3 seasons is 2 different teams. You know what I mean? It's not the same team. How wouldn't that hurt you as a football club? That's what I don't understand. Like when we were speaking about that earlier, I said, well, it does. It will hurt the players because they've lost the titles to 2 other teams, and not only that, the last title race, which was last season, they wasn't even in it. I mean, they wasn't even doing anything in it. So why can't people see like how bad it is then? Because mentally that can destroy players at the same time as well, Uncle. If you agree with me or disagree.
No, I do agree with you. You can mentally destroy players. If not, they're mentally destroyed already. Because you saw a type of season that sort of like what's that guy's Odegaard had last season. You saw what kind of thing season he had last season. It was poor. I put in like Lee Gunners chat in it, and he agreed because that Odegaard stealing a living, bro. I laugh.
He is still a living, man. He's all.
He's still a living. He's robbing a living, bro.
I don't know what I don't know what gives them hope, Unks, for them to be better than Liverpool. That's what I'm confused about. They need about 4 or 5 players to even like catch Liverpool. You know what I mean? Still, as I said, a lot of players have left. I think Partey, although like what he done is an idiot. As a player, I'm talking about. They're gonna miss him, like deeply because you got to think about it. The aggressive side of their game, he was it. Now you get rid of that aggression in the team, you're soft. You know what I mean? You're going to be soft. So in that midfield, it's going to be difficult for them to control that. And we've seen Zubimendi, like you just said, Zubimendi ain't all that, man. Especially in the Premier League, it's going to be a tough league for him, especially physically. It's already going to mess with you mentally. Now, physically, on top of that, you're going to struggle, man. You're going to absolutely struggle.
The thing about it, right? He didn't look too good against. He did not look good against Man United, man. I'm telling you, he did not look good against them. You know what I mean?
Awful, man. Absolutely awful.
That can I? You know what I mean?
It's
Come
not
on.
even. It's not even jealousy, is it? It's just reality. That's what it is. I mean,
No,
and
it's not. Yeah, you have to look at you have to look at it in a way that's in a proper way, don't you? Do you know what I mean? And like, you can't really phase him, Mendy, really. Do you know what I mean? You
yeah,
know,
100%.
I
Yeah,
was up to certain games and I think certain games he played. I
yeah.
thought to myself, why are we? Why was we after this guy? It's crap.
He's awful, man. Absolutely awful, man. And I was gonna see it anyway when he's gonna be homesick after 2 days. I mean, I'm looking forward to that.
2 days ago. 2 days ago.
You guys agree PSG is winning the World Club Cup? I don't even watch that, mate. I mean, I love
Right.
football. Football is my life, but this competition, I ain't watching it. Just like the Nations Cup, I don't watch this crap.
You know what? I'd rather watch the Nations Cup than that.
There you go,
No,
people.
seriously, I'd rather watch the Nations Cup than that, man. Hands.
Awful, man. I watch a lot of Footy reacts. He's taking a break since it happened, and I think that's the same for a lot of people. Some people have found it hard too, bro. We all find it hard. You know what I mean? You could watch our stream that day, the same day we found out about it. You know what I mean? And you know, as older people, I see myself and Uncle Rod. Sometimes we have to come on, obviously, these platforms to, you know, help people through things like this. That's why we come on. It's not for selfish reasons. We don't get paid for this. We don't get nothing for this. You know what I mean? I do all this stuff. It's free. I don't ask for donations. I don't ask for anything. And I keep saying that from day one. I've been here since 2019. I've been the same guy. I mean, so I will never change for anybody. As I said in my previous stream and the previous stream before that, when I said Fozi is here to chat with everybody, is to help you guys. As an older fan, if you saw me in the first stream when it actually happened, I was gone. I was in bits. Even Footy React and Uncle Ross could attest for me. They came on because I couldn't even put two sentences together. It was so bad. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Sometimes the older guys who've been there and seen it have to come on here and give you guys a place where you can talk to people. It's never for selfish reasons from us, man. We've seen it all. We've seen it all. We've done it all. If you know what I mean. There's nothing that puts me on YouTube to be selfish. No, not. I don't know about you, Uncle Ross. Nothing for me.
Nothing for me, no. Nothing, mate. I can't say that. I can't say it in days.
I'm old enough to be your grandfather for, you know, for most of you there. You know what I mean? In the modern day. So there you go, man.
Remember the day, remember the day, you know, certain times and days, I've got to nip off and help my dad. Like, remember we were on the stream today? Yeah. We was on the stream today. Remember I had to nip off and I couldn't come back. Do you know what I mean? You know? So, like, you know, we don't do this for selfish reasons, man. You know what I mean? But I just say it today to start talking about other than, you know, Jota. You know? There's never going to be that time, is there?
There ain't no time, man. And don't forget, guys, like, you got to think, Uncle, let me add on to that as well, yeah. I'm a Muslim, yeah. Like, we say it in a way of life. Maybe everybody else says it as well. Is every time you wake up is a blessing. That's how I take it. You might not see me tomorrow. That's how I see myself in life. You know what I mean? So every time I come on here, I'm happy I'm alive and I'm talking to you guys. If I could advise you going in the right direction. Imagine this, guys, yeah? If we wasn't on here in the last couple of days, those people that haven't been on here could be in the streets looking for something might happen to them. That's why us being on here helps people through things, you know, if you know what I mean. And that's why we come on here. It's never for selfish reasons. I don't come in here for that. Uncle Ross doesn't come in here for that. Footy Reacts, N90, we don't come in for things like that. We come here because we enjoy being around this environment. And if we could help you out, then thank you to Allah. That's how I am, man. Because like I said, I live each day is a blessing to wake up the next day. That's how it is, man. Because the way we live sometimes, we think about 3 years ahead and thinking we're going to be alive for 3 years. No. Think about the next steps in life. You're here now. Inshallah, tomorrow, like, you'll be here again. That's how you got to do it, man. N90 says, Nunes wants out. It's going to be hard to get. good money for him. I agree with you, brother. I agree with you, man. It's annoying, isn't it? Yeah, the skinhead for the first time. Weird, isn't it? PGMO is our main rival. Actually, last season was the first time LFC that PGMOL, since David Coote did that thing, hasn't interfered a lot in our games. So that's a start, if you know what I mean. And we didn't have a lot of 12:30 kickoffs either. Remember that? That used to be a regular slot, 12:30. We haven't seen that for a while. N90 says, when you back. Okay. Oh, sorry. Ben says to you back. N90, most likely tomorrow.
Yeah, shout me in, you rich.
Wanted to give it a break for a few days from the sad news. Yeah, man. Well, that's what it's all about, guys. Each people are different. We react differently. You know what I mean? If you asked me 20 years ago, probably 30 years ago, I would have been the same as you youngsters. You know what I mean? But I have to come back on here to represent you guys, to help you guys out. That's what I come on here for. I don't get nothing, man. I do some crazy shifts. Footy reacts. What about you, mate? Of course, he's talking to them. Let me see what else is in here. You guys are talking amongst each other. Great. I like that. Big up from Uncle Rodz. USA Mexico Gold Cup final is on. You actually watched that stuff?
It's actually all right, that Gold Cup, you know.
I used to love watching night football back in the day when Brazil used to be on ITV when I was a kid in the 90s.
Well, the Gold Cup's all right, because what it is with the Gold Cup, we've got a lot of teams from over the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Teams that you don't expect, because national teams like you don't expect, like Guadeloupe, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Venezuela, Curacao, St. Lucia, Trinidad, and all that. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's like their version of like how can I say? You know, they got the Copa America.
Let me check.
Then you got like the European, the Euros.
Yeah,
this is their version of it.
Their version, yeah.
Good.
Oh,
It's quite
okay.
good.
Okay. I get you. I used to watch it though. You told the person used to watch it back in the day. Big up, yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, bro. Mexico has not beaten USA in the competitive game in 6 years. Wow.
Oh, wow.
USA, that good? USA can play football? God damn.
They can ball out in a win already.
I'm saying. BP, what are you saying? United getting a striker who wears... Oh, God.
I saw that down there. I thought, right, that's what shaking.
The Dominic kid from Everton, that one. They getting him. Oh,
Who was it?
He wears skirts, isn't it? The Dominic Lewin, whatever his name means. The one.
Calvin Lewin.
Yeah, Calvin Lewin. Yeah, he wears skirts, isn't it? Is he talking about him? Yeah, he does. Swear down, he does, bro.
Fucking me off with you.
Guys, on the chat, tell Uncle Rodz. He doesn't believe me.
You're mucking me off, man.
Swear, handbags, everything, mate. That guy is a...
It's off. I'm not having that. I'm not having that, Fozi. I'm not having that.
Guys, he doesn't believe me. Chat, do you agree or not? Please let me know. He hasn't seen him. You know what, Unks? Just for that, I'm going to show you. Carry on with the chat, though.
Seriously, you wear skirts and that? Man, fuck
he doesn't believe me. He doesn't believe me.
Nah, man. Chat. Tell me Fozi's mucking me off. He's mucking me off, isn't he?
He doesn't believe me, guys. He doesn't believe me. I can't believe it.
Nah, I'm having that. I'm not having that. Not having that. Not Calvin Lewin.
The guy who acts tough on the pitch, my friend. He beats people in the air.
Like Dominic Calvin Lewin, isn't it? Piss off. Piss off. That's not it. All right, hold on. Merseyside Red versus Merseyside Blue banter page. Dominic Calvin Lewin, Molina News. They've mugged him right off. They've mugged him right off, mate. You're far creature, you know. You're not nice. You know?
He didn't believe me, guys. He didn't
That's what
believe me.
Photoshop is, isn't it?
No, it's real. It's freaking real. The guy is a weirdo, mate. Nah, football's changed, mate.
You know, when he talks, and then he does talk a bit shaky, though. He does talk a bit shaky.
You know, whoever it beats to the ball and that stuff should be ashamed, man.
You know, this guy just said, "Bo, was it BPW? BPW." He goes, "Beard and skirt combo." That's shaky, boy. That's shaky. Man, I wear skirt. Man, I don't feel that shakiness, man. That's shaky.
Our first preseason game is on Sunday. Yes, sir. We're facing Preston again. I think we lost to them last season, as I remember. What's our first? Yeah, sorry about that. Yes. Twice. Big up, fake pundit. Big up, brother. Big up, Uncle Rodz and
Nice, man.
Big up, bro. Hated the 12:30 kickoff games. Yeah, it's annoying, of course, because we haven't seen it for a while, my friend. Last one I think I've seen was the Crystal Palace away, and that's where our angel Jota scored in that game.
Yeah.
You guys remember Gakpo crossed it in, he's slotted it in.
Yeah, he literally put that ball
back of the net, man. Back of the net.
This is
what you saying, away. The way Jota went out was sad. Dude was trying to get back into the UK to join his LFC teammates for pre-season. Yeah.
What operation did he have? He had an operation, didn't he?
Was it hip? Was it hip? What do you call it? No, the kidney? Something like that. He had an issue, innit? Remember when the guy jumped on him and kneed him on the side of
ribs?
Ribs. I don't know if it's a hip or something. They said he had a slight operation. The doctor told him, "Don't take the plane." Because
they said it, and his lungs could actually collapse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Due to the altitude and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hope everyone is okay from fake, but of course, bro. We're good,
fun to pick up yourself, man.
I think you guys are sleeping on Arsenal and 90.
Listen, I'm not just only sleeping on Arsenal. I'm snoring as well, man. I'm snoring. I hate what you're saying, but I'm snoring. I mean,
this team lost to
Arsenal. The times that I feared Arsenal have long gone.
Yeah,
long gone. You know what I mean? Don't fear them. So not only am I sleeping, bro, I'm snoring.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like my mum today.
COVID protocol is why Jota was driving and trying to catch a ferry to UK because his doctor advised him not to fly because of his minor lung surgery. That's it, lung surgery.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. His lungs would have collapsed due to the altitude.
Basically, doctors were arrived that Jota was going to catch COVID in the. Okay. I'll get you, bro. I'll get you. Fozi, Rodz, you guys should also check out Formula One. Plenty of. I'm not a Formula One guy, bro. I know there's a lot of drama in there, guys. Lots of fun play, plus a certain red team. Participating. I know. Like Formula One, it's not my thing, bro, anymore. I haven't watched Formula One since what was the Damon Hill and Schumacher.
Wow.
That's how long ago I watched Formula One. Yeah, man.
You know what it is though? I would say this, yeah. They made a new film, it with Brad Pitt and
it looks good. It looks very good.
Some Idris, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it looks quite good actually. You know what I mean? It looks really good. It's really good. He's a good actor, that guy. He's been in a lot of stuff in America, isn't he?
Who?
He was is it Snowfall?
Let me check.
Snowfall.
F1 movie. It looks quite good, man. I'm gonna go watch that.
It's really good. But I've seen clips of today and it's really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Brad Pitt is a good actor, isn't it? Well,
yeah, Brad Pitt's one of your best, mate. He's a very good actor.
Yeah, man.
He was good in that film, innit?
Even Lewis Hamilton's in it, apparently.
Yeah, because Lewis Hamilton sort of kind of like shows him how to drive the car.
As you said, a Dutch boy's name Max Verstappen, isn't it? Verstappen. Yeah, that's how, I don't know how to say his name, but he's in it as well. There's a lot of good. Yeah, it looks like a very interesting film.
Yes.
We'll check it out.
I'll tell you what film I want to see is that one with Idris Elba and the other guy. What's the other guy used to be a wrestler, didn't he?
Oh, John Cena, still a wrestler, still the champion. Actually, he came back to say goodbye.
I want to see that film. That looks.
It's on
looks
Amazon.
good, actually. That's good,
It's on
actually.
Amazon, that film.
Because he's got that Asian woman in there.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy.
Anyway, yeah, there's some good films coming out. I want to try and see.
I watched Jurassic Park yesterday. You should check that out.
Is that good?
I'll your hands in there. It's quite good, man. It's not the same as the other ones. It's different, this one. You like it?
She's nice. She's nice as well, actually.
Yeah. Superman's coming out on the 11th next weekend. So watch that one. Check it out. That's coming out.
So many versions of Superman, isn't there?
Yeah.
Who's playing it this time?
Nobody knows this guy, mate. Nobody knows this guy at all. Newcomer. I liked Henry, the last one. I really liked him. I thought he was going to stay for it. Imagine him being Superman and James Bond at the same time. That would have been a great thing.
Yeah. You know what it is? Well, they had a series, didn't they?
Back in the day, yeah.
Superman. No. Lately. They had a series lately of Superman. But
yeah, Superman Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah, how they did it, this was just lately. How they did it is like Superman had he had a family.
Yeah.
He literally had a family with 2 boys and his wife. But one of the boys there, right, that was sort of like that you didn't expect. He got the powers as well.
Yeah, I think both of them ended up having it. I think both of them had.
No. It was just the younger son. Yeah. But one of them did have it briefly, but that was more of a curse than sort of like something. You know what I mean?
You watched the whole series, yeah?
Yeah, I watched the whole series. It's really good. Really good.
Yeah, I have watched it as well. I watched it to season 2, I think. I'm on the 3. Yeah, I've been watching it. I love Superman stuff. Emil Hess is in the house, mate. There you go. Difficult RP though. Yeah, big up, brother. Big up, my guy. Arteta might be the manager who just cannot get his own team over the line when it matters. So if Arsenal have a good transfer window, there will be no more excuses for him. I think this could be his last season, bro. I think it's his last season, mate. I don't think he's going to win the league again. As I said in the beginning, I think there's too much for them to do. Liverpool is going to get better. So is Man City. So is every other team around them. You know what I mean? And they've lost a lot of players. They're gaining new players, but these players have to settle in at the same time, and it might take them a while. What we have to do is just go, like Uncle Ross said in the previous stream, the first 10 games, just go as far as you can, get away from everybody, and then we'll see where we end up, obviously, after that as well. Yeah, but Arsenal's too much for them, man. There you go. BPW74 says that beard skirt combo. Wow. OA says I think there are Arsenal fans running out of patience. They were crashing out before the big striker signing. Listen, they needed a striker last season, not this season. I keep telling people that there's a difference between 2 seasons. Last season, what could have won them the league was a striker, out-and-out striker. And that could have helped them with a lot of goals. I mean, those games they drew. But they chose not to have that. And they lost the league, obviously, after that. This season, they can get the striker, but it doesn't mean that other teams are not going to improve on top of that as well. You know what I mean? So that's why I keep repeating to people. We're improving from last season. I mean, we're elevating to next levels. So think about it that way. Not just altitude. Sorry, there are people literally catching COVID flying too. Oh, okay, all right, bro. I didn't know that. I thought COVID we saw that. No. The only team we need to fear is ourselves. LFC, you never walk alone. Get in there, fake.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Stowfall is proper though.
Yeah,
Stowfall is proper. It is proper.
Shotgun is a must watch.
Shogun. It's no Shogun, isn't it?
Isn't it Shotgun?
Shogun.
Shotgun, innit? Could be wrong. Rain of flooding in Texas. Oh yeah, I heard about this. I heard about this today. Yeah.
So from the other day it happened. So
Yeah. Do you know this person, Unks? Is this who I think it is?
yeah, hopefully it's big up Uncle Rodz. Hope everyone well. The time. Rest in peace, Diogo Andre.
Yeah.
You know what Diogo's real name is? I said it earlier on. Actually, it's Diogo J. Diogo Jose.
Silva at the end of it. De Silva.
Yeah, Diogo J. De Silva, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's why Diogo Jose Kera.
Yeah.
Kera and De Silva. That's why you got like the Jota in it. You know what I mean? You know. Kera. Kera is that's a proper Portuguese name in it.
Yeah.
And like you can tell sort of like people like Portuguese when they have names like De Silva and Souza.
Yeah.
Souza, and you know what I mean.
I remember Ruben Souza back in the day.
Yeah. Or De Freitas.
Yeah.
De Freitas. That's Portuguese. But the sort of like the common one is like De Silva or Silva. That's like really common.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Texas is pretty bad, isn't it? It was a month of rain in a few hours, which caused a major flooding. Yeah, Texas, America, like some places, man, it's madness. I went to Florida a few years back. It's the summertime as well. Like I went to Tampa, like it just flood everywhere in the summer. So we didn't even go to the beach. I mean, we got there, we had a week there, but we didn't even go to the beach. Only once, and that was it. Madness, mate. There's storms and everything. It's crazy over there, man. Uncle doing the spoilers. Yes, N90. Yes, bro. Haven't been commenting, but been listening to you guys. Keep the sessions coming. Of course, bro. Genghis, come on, bro. I mean, we're never here for selfish reasons. You know, I mean, we're here to support you guys, as I always say. And times like these are tough. But we're here, man. We're here. That's what
gotta be done, man.
Gotta be done, man. You know, when you have that little doubts in your mind, even that day, when the day we found out, a lot of people were afraid to come on YouTube. But I said, no, I'm gonna do it, and we did it together. It was the best thing we ever done, in my opinion, that day. Best thing we ever done for the Jota family, and of course Andre. It was beautiful, man. The Silva family, that's what they are, the Silva. Yeah. No COVID is back. There are god damn, is it? Oh man. Scaring people with the new COVID strain. I think it is called razor blade COVID. Basically, one of the major symptoms is have a cough or sore throat that feels like you blades. Oh damn. I had COVID myself when
I've had it as well.
Yeah, I had a lot of coughs. That's how I found out, like unnatural stuff on my body, just coughing. I think, what the heck is this? I've never had this before. Then I found out I had COVID, man. You know, like people thought it was fake, but it's not, guys. It actually exists, man.
You know, all the time that I was in Germany, all the time I was in Germany, I never had that COVID. And there's people, obviously, that I knew in Germany had like COVID.
Yeah.
I only got COVID when I come back to England. You know that?
Wow.
I only got COVID when I come back to England. Weird.
Goodness me. Yeah, man. It was horrible, man. Absolutely horrible, man. I was ill for a while, thinking, wow, man, never experienced it. But luckily for me, I've already had that injection. I mean, which slowed it down for me, and it disappeared afterwards.
Yeah, I've had a change.
Yeah, it's a link for the trailer. It if it works. Oh, is it the Jurassic Park? No, I went to the cinema, bro. I went to the cinema.
You went to the one yesterday? With the
I was
missus.
yesterday with the missus. Yeah, appreciate you guys. I had to do my uncle duties in the beginning, and Uncle Fermi telling
Oh
me,
no,
yeah, "Where are you?" I said,
them kids were giving you. Them kids were giving you problems yesterday, man. The kids.
"Oh my god, the little one is the worst now, man. Like he's getting leery." I said, "Like my sister's telling me you need to teach him stuff, man, because he's getting too feisty." I said, "Oh man," I grabbed him sometimes. I said, "Wake up, you little one." Nah, I don't. We just play football. I try to teach him football as much as I can because he's so cute. He says to me, "Uncle, I want you to teach me football because you play football. You used to coach people." I said, "Okay, I'll do it for you, man." And we play outside a lot and all that stuff. He wants to like take a career in football apparently. Yeah, so he wants to be a football player when he grows up. He said he's only 5 years old, but he's got a lot of mouth on him already, man. So I got to do my uncle duties, guys. You know what I mean?
Get the belt out.
Appreciate you guys. Oh, I had to get the wallet out.
Yeah. That works too.
That's the worst one. Like every time, Uncle, when are you taking me shopping? I get that a lot nowadays. Crazy stuff. Shogun. Oh, Shogun trailer. Okay. I don't know. Have you ever seen Shogun?
No. But that'd be something that I think it's on Disney. Okay. That'd be something I'm looking out for. I want to start watching more films now. Getting to watching films.
I think we've been here like on these things for too long sometimes. Like sometimes I keep thinking, oh shit, I got time to watch a movie and all that stuff. And then nope, time goes by quick.
But you know what happens with me, yeah? What happens to me? I look for a good film to watch, yeah. But then I find a mini series.
Oh, it's a series. Okay.
No. I'm just saying. Oh, it's a series. Okay. Yeah, but we're like, in regards to that, like when I say I want to watch more films, I'll be scouring to watch more films, yeah. But then I find a mini series. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I get hooked on that because I've told you, sent you, obviously told you about a few series in there that you can watch and all the series that I've told you about, you've loved them, haven't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Scastle one was good, man. The Scastle one was
that was quality. They make another one as well, don't they?
It was so good they're gonna make they wasn't even meant to make a second series. Now they're gonna make another one.
Yeah. But that guy, the man, he's a proper Liverpool fan, man. He's die-hearted, bro. Yeah. I like when he goes to the guy. He goes, "Listen, the only way to sort this out, we have a straightener. Yeah. If I win, you walk away. If you win, I'll walk away. That's all the way to sort it out. Straight there.
Yeah.
That's a straight there.
Yeah, what a series though, man. It's one of those series you just bump into sometimes, isn't it? And then it surprises you. That's how it surprised me, man. I want to watch this Mobland. The Mobland one looks quite good, With the
Mobland, that's good. You can watch that. That is good. I was watching that. I know.
Ooh, Arsenal's gonna be upset. It looks like breaking. It says PSG have reached out to Rodrigo camp as they explore a potential move for the Brazilian star. Ooh,
he was never coming to Arsenal, and he's never coming to us either. Do you know what I mean? He'll go PSG because PSG will pay him all that money. Do you know what I mean? PSG will pay him the money. The only team that he's going to go to is a team one day that he's going to get paid loads of money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never. And I'm not being funny at the day. If you look at Arsenal, where's the ambition? Where is it? Where's the ambition?
To me, when I look at them, monks, when I look at Arsenal, in regards to ambition, right now, considering where they were 2 years ago when they were challenging Man City, to me, it's like buying for the sake of buying now. There's no more, they had a plan in place to win.
Yeah.
That plan is gone now. That plan is gone. It's just like buying for the sake of buying. There's no structure anymore. And, the tactical side of the game with Arteta doesn't even make sense sometimes. I look at him and think, bro, are you serious? Like, you need to win this game. You need to go all out. And he starts playing reserve players in different positions. And wow. And you see Thomas Partey, who's a DM, as a right back. When you could put a right back in there that can play right back. It's weird, man. I think they just lost their way, man. I don't think there's no coming back from this. When you have the same ideas again and again, it runs out. It just runs out. Like people find you out. That's how football clubs, that's what they do. If you're the best, what do? They go and find out what makes you stronger, and they try to weaken that. And that's what's happened to Arsenal. They've never been the best, but I'm saying they've been second place, of course. But yeah, last season, they were terrible last season. Absolutely garbage last season.
I think what they're doing for the day, right? They buy too many defenders or defenders again. It just, you know what I mean? Because look at the fact that I don't know if you thinking. I don't know if you heard. They offered sort of like Hatter a 6-year contract. Remember?
Couldn't believe that. Could not believe that.
Yeah, I think so. You've got enough defenders there as it is, man. You know what I mean? Buy some attacking players, and I think that is a frustration of Arsenal fans. Is that he's not buying the right players. You know what I mean?
When you want something, Unks, you go and get it, don't you? You go and get it with full force, and they don't do that, my friend. They always buy the opposite. You know what I mean? You need a striker, you go and buy a defender. What kind of nonsense is that? I mean, come on, man. But it's good for us anyway. We know what we need.
You need a striker, you buy a holding midfielder. That's what Superman is, a holding midfielder, bro.
No, they just replaced Jorginho with Jorginho. That's all they did. They got rid of Jorginho. You're buying as well, Jorginho. Zubimendi, listen, clip this if you want. He will not hold his own in that midfield next season. He's going to be surprised how fast the Premier League is. Watch this space, and people are going to come out. You guys were right all along. We watched him. It's not even jealousy. You know what I mean? The guy is very, very much a lightweight. Good at possession, but it's off the ball what he can do that should impress you when you watch a player like that. But it didn't impress me against Man United and what I watched of him since, really. Hi, lads. Arteta coming up to $1 billion spent. Oh, damn. One FA Cup. And he didn't even spend money in that FA Cup. He took over Unai Emery's team. Put it that. And big up, Ant, by the way. Arsenal, Chelsea aren't levels. They business partners. Wow.
I know, really.
I don't know how they pass players to each other. It's weird. It's just strange, in my opinion. So the poll I put up is, who will be Liverpool's closest challengers this season? Man City 77, Arsenal 17, Chelsea and others are 3% only. So Liverpool, the challengers closest to them will be Man City. We have to wait and see. Unks, we've been here for 1 hour 30 minutes. I enjoyed every minute of it.
I've got the aircon on as well, man. Just keep
it's cool, too much, man. It's too much. Is there anything coming up with you tomorrow or anything?
I'm not sure if I'm doing something tomorrow. It'll probably be Tuesday now. Let me take this off so I can hear myself think. It probably sort of be Tuesday now because I want to try and because I've got this course I'm doing at the moment. It's like a level 3 spectator safety, when I told you about.
Yep.
To try and get some. Well, I'm going to try and get Unit 6 finished anyway. I'm going to try and do that. But so nothing tomorrow. I'll just be there to sort of like jump on people's shows, I suppose. But I should be back on Tuesday and obviously Tuesday onwards. I should be back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so that's about it I've got coming up. And plus at the day, so like the Sunday Night Vibe show, that's gonna be back next. Obviously, this Sunday coming, that'll be back. Okay. Something to look forward to with the gang and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Big up Fake Pundit says Unai Emery's Cup. Yeah, we know that the FA Cup was it was Unai Emery's team that won it. To be honest, I mean, ever since then they haven't won anything, so it shows. Guys,
I can't get over that David Lewin though. I can't get over that. You know? That's fucked, isn't it? Yeah, it's fucked.
A footballer wearing skirts and school gear.
Listen, what's the world coming to?
Schoolgirls gear, mate. Schoolgls gear.
No, what's the world coming to you? I mean, you're supposed to be a footballer for God's sake, and you're wearing skirts. What's wrong with you? Sort yourself out, lad.
Embarrassing. Didn't he listen to Cat Williams and that? Bloody hell, man. He starts listening to people like that, man.
Cat Williams says the truth, but like Calvin Lewin and the day, right? You're supposed to be this bad boy sort of like striker. And what, you're wearing skirts like from looking some little Sally Ann. What's wrong with you, man? Pull yourself together, man. What's wrong with you, man? Fix up, man.
I'm done.
Ah,
I'm
man.
done.
The thing is about he had a little handbag as well. What do you, brother? Has he got kids?
I don't know. I don't look at his life.
Imagine these youths and if he's got kids, imagine these kids looking up to go, Dad, what you doing? He doesn't say, Dad, what you doing, man? He goes, nah, man. You can't represent me as my dad and think going on like that. Nah, man. That's brother, man. Fix up yourself, man. Nah, man. I saw that. I thought he was mugging me off at first. I thought he was mugging me off. I know you like to trick me sometimes, right? I thought he was mugging me off. When I saw it, like when he showed me the picture, I go, what's that?
Mate, I put that picture up when Trent did that little finger that season, the season before last, when he got beaten in the air by him. I said, you getting beaten in the air by a guy who wears school gear, girls' school gear? Come on, man.
What's going on, man?
Come on, Trent.
Louis, man, fix up. Pull yourself together, man. Sort yourself out. You know, you said the day sort of like with Darwin Núñez, and you had ponytail and this and that, right?
Nobody was taken seriously, mate.
Yeah, you said like get your hair cut and all that. It's like that. Sort yourself out, mate. What's the matter with you? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? That's too shaky for me, man. That's shaky, man. Nah, man.
Keep that guy away from your clubs, guys. Yeah, keep that guy away from your football club.
Nah.
Yeah.
Shaky, man. But boy, listen.
Yeah.
And he wants to go to Man United. Well, you know what? You know what?
Go to Man United. Oh,
you know what he is? He's gonna be if he was this way, for the way he's going on, he's in the right place, Manchester, isn't he?
Good luck, man. Good luck, Man United. Goodness gracious.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin, fix up your shakiness, man. Allow your shakiness, man.
The guy's 28 years old. You've got the brain capacity to start thinking now. You're wearing damn skirts, mate. What the hell?
Dominic Calvert-Lewin, yeah. Don't you ever say anything about Liverpool. You cannot say nothing about Liverpool Football Club. You cannot. Because that is shaky, bro. That's shaky, man. You know what I mean? Seriously.
It's like what fake pundit says here. Look at that. It says men dressing like women, women dressing like men, signs of end of time. Yes.
Achoo, man. Achoo, man. You know what it is today? Without sort of like you know, all joking aside, all joking aside, that is so true. What he just said, that is so true. You know what I mean? These stuff and day, right, never used to happen. Put it this way. It did used to happen.
It's taboo, wasn't it? It's taboo, yeah.
No, it did used to happen, yeah. But what it was with people at the day, right, what they did, they kept that sort of thing to themselves. You know what I mean? You know, what they did was behind closed doors. I don't mind that. You do what you're doing behind closed doors. You know what I mean? But like people are getting brazen about it now, bro.
It's becoming a norm. It's becoming a norm now, isn't it?
It's becoming a norm, and when it becomes a norm like that, yeah, what fake pundit says anything that makes sense, it makes all the sense.
Mate, I've seen women nowadays, yeah, jacked up like men, you know, like muscular wires and all that stuff.
Isn't it?
Like men. I'm talking about like our kind of body, like when we got muscles and that. When did you ever see that in the old days? They're as big as men.
I don't want women like that, brother. You know what I mean? With their masculine energy and all that. Listen, this Jamaican guy goes that day, you know what I mean? He goes, I want my woman to be a woman. I don't want no masculine energy in the household. What? When I love man.
Rubbish, man. It's over, man.
It's over.
Yeah, man, it's over, man.
It's over.
You know, like being normal is a bad thing nowadays, you know?
Did you get that thing I sent yesterday?
Yeah.
With the ice hockey guy when he didn't want to wear the armband.
Yeah.
Don't you think he's right? He was right though, isn't it?
It's like, 100%.
He's like saying like, you know, you do what you do, but I've got my beliefs and everything that I'm gonna stick to my beliefs. Because that's all I want to say about it. For that. So if you got any hockey questions, in a way, just ask me.
Ask
this
away,
little guy come on, trying to ask me the same thing. He goes, did you not hear what I just said to you? It's the way he said it. Did you not hear what I just said to you? That was so funny. I had a little chocolate about it. So I thought, well, I've just told this fella, yeah, that sort of like, you know, I'm only going to answer questions on hockey. Yeah, so don't ask me those questions again. Yeah, you might go to ask him the same question again throughout it. The man said, "Listen, did you not hear what I just said to him? Do you know
Could
what
be
I mean?"
worse, isn't it? Could be worse. Could be Dominic Calvert-Lewin, isn't it? So could be worse.
He's shaking,
Well,
bro.
you know what's scary? Yeah, that's an arrestable thing. You know, what I mean, you're dressed like a schoolgirl. Like,
Brother,
that should be enough, like, to get arrested.
gunshot for that, brother.
Goodness gracious, me. Like,
Nah,
come
but
on,
that's shaky. I
arrestable
told
shit.
you.
Big up Indian
Indian scouts
Scouts,
in the building.
bro.
Big up
There's a
Indian
guy.
scouts, man.
Let's go.
Salam alaikum, my brother. Salam alaikum.
Is he Muslim?
You
Yeah.
know what it is? Yeah,
Oh.
right. You know what it is in the day, right? That's shaky behavior, man.
Big one there laughing.
It's true, though, isn't it? It's true.
Gunshots, like, yeah.
Gunshot. Well, a gunshot for that brother. Gunshot. Fake police killing it.
Yeah. He said, no, he's not Muslim. There you go.
Oh, you're not Muslim. I thought you were Muslim. Sorry. My
That's
bad,
right.
my bad.
That's all right, man.
My bad.
Holy.
You know what? It's fake pundit makes me laugh.
I'm telling you, he's killing me on the chat today, man. Oh,
Hey,
man.
listen, put that one up there, yeah.
Which one?
That fake pundit. He goes nowadays. Starts with nowadays. Yeah, nowadays it's normal and it's wrong. Yeah, man, that's true, man, brother. I'm gonna try to fool me now. Sorry. I'm gonna try to trick me. They try to trick me and I say, nah, man, get out of that. Cameroon should know better than that.
You lot killing me. Yeah, but it's true, bro. Like, come on, man. How do you dress like that and you're not arrested? This is truth, man. It's truth, man. Like, come on, man.
No, it's true, fake pundit, isn't
I mean,
it?
you don't know mentally what that guy's going through. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
No, fake pundit, that's true, man. If you fix up with behavior, man, what happened to him? Gunshot in the ear, brother. In the door.
OG, bro. Yeah, of course, guys.
Yeah, nah, but like, you see those sort of things. You're supposed to be a footballer, yeah? And kids are supposed to be looking up to you. Now you're going to get kids trying to wear skirts and all that, bro.
Stop.
What kind of thing is that, brother? Nah, sir.
He did the hairstyle, everything, man, the guy. Goodness
I'm
gracious.
not with it. I don't care. I'm not with it. There's no way you can convince me, right? That's appropriate behavior. I'm sorry, it's not appropriate behavior.
Troubled man. That's a troubled guy.
If it's my brother, if it's my little brother, Cameroon, my little brother, I'll be pulling him up and say, "What you doing, bro? What you doing?" You know what I mean?
It's over, man. It is over, my friend.
They're teaching, fake pundit, man. Fake pundit's talking facts, you know. Yeah, they're teaching the kids about what we talking about. I was born in the 90s. They could never talk about that then.
Oh, hell no, man. Nah. There's a taboo, my friend. A big taboo.
Yeah, man, mad.
You know, the scariest thing is, guys, like, normality, a man and a woman, is becoming forbidden nowadays. Like, that's how bad it's becoming. And it's scary times. If you talk about being straight, it's something bad nowadays. And that's what's scary.
Yeah. It's true. It's just like, you know, you're like seen as an outcast, isn't you? You're an outcast. Like, you know what I mean?
All the stuff they do now, yeah, that's becoming a relevant thing nowadays.
You
can't talk about that.
Do you know what? Did you notice that day, like, you know, when you looked at soap operas, every soap opera you looked at, Emmerdale Farm, Coronation Street, EastEnders, didn't they? Every one of them, everyone has had homosexuals in there.
Yeah,
there was always a set of homosexuals in these programs, didn't they? Like, I remember, was it last year? I'm sure it was like 2024 or maybe 2023. One of those years. I remember watching an episode of like Emmerdale Farm, and 50% of the people in Emmerdale Farm was homosexual, whether it was a woman or whether it's a man. And I had to kind of say to myself, right? I mean, this is real talk. I was kind of I was thinking to myself, don't anybody have great relationships anymore?
Yeah.
Is this what we're leading to?
They're dismissing it nowadays. It's saddest thing.
Yeah.
They're dismissing it nowadays. Like,
Yeah, and listen, I just think at the day, listen, we need to get back to
get grip. Need to get a grip, my friend.
yeah, get grip and get back to basics in the day, because there's a lot of people and there's a lot of parents at the day that they're literally taking their kids out of school and they're becoming homeschooled.
Yeah, scared.
You know what I mean?
Because they're feeding them this stuff. They're scared.
Yeah. Telling you, man, it's scary. That's what I'm saying.
The kids, kids don't have that brain capacity of thinking like normal. Like it's growing. It's growing. Life is like all about growing and start thinking and all that stuff. And they don't give them enough time to do that anymore nowadays. They push them towards things nowadays. That's the scariest part of life. It's very scary, very, very scary in my opinion when you see things like that. Like they're encouraging kids to do things which is without them choosing. It's just forcing.
Yeah. It's
sad. It's very sad in my opinion.
It's like when a kid's at a certain age, and they're not going to be able to think for themselves in that intelligent way. When they're 5 or 6, and they can't depend on a child, whether it's a young girl, or it's a young boy. You cannot depend on them to make a conscious decision, a mature decision. And they know this at the day, but what they're doing is drumming in certain things what they shouldn't be drumming in to these kids at the day at the early age. Yeah, because they know at the day a kid's brain at the day is like a sponge. So put it this way: if you had a child at the day, right? You had a child, and you want to teach a child at the day, right? So like 4, 5, or 6, you want to teach a child at the day how to speak another language. They will do it just like that.
Yeah,
they will absorb it like
that. Connects quicker because there's nothing up there like in regards to
the pressure of life.
The pressure of life.
Well, you can have a child at the end of the day. You can literally have a child by the age of 10 speaking about 4 or 5 languages.
Yeah, you can.
You can literally do that. Do you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So they do that, but they use their brains in a negative way. They teach them all this. It's not good. All these sort of things, and you got guys. This is what happened, and I've seen it for myself. I've seen it like on YouTube, and they showed it, and then some parent and they was vexed. You had this guy at the end of the day that sort of like obviously dresses like a woman and that, and he goes into school and they allowed this. Went to school, and he was teaching kids of like 5 and 6 how to twerk.
Man, let's roll this, man.
You know what I mean? So like, and when you listen, what it is when you see these things, you think to yourself, the world is fucked. It's fucked.
Yeah, Adam and Eve they're just trying to drive Adam and Eve away, my friend. I mean,
it's no longer Adam and Eve.
It's Adam and Steve nowadays, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Adam and Jim. Adam and Jimbo.
It's over, mate. It's over. But guys, enough of that. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, man, you ruined it, bro. You ruined it.
You'll fix up Calvert-Lewin, man.
Bro, don't go anywhere, yeah? Guys, like,
share. I'm here, man. I'm here all week.
Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon, guys.
They're killing it. Their face killing it, you know.
Sorry, man. Sorry. Take care, everyone.
It's true, Jimbo, you know. Nah, stop it. You're making me laugh too much, man. It's your fault, Fozi, you know.
I'm done.
Your fault,
I'll be back tomorrow, guys. You take care, guys. Take care. Everybody, remember, it's how you feel about life. Your life is your destination on your own. So please, always make sure you choose the right path. Take care, everybody.
Peace.